Start over. Okay, day 4. So, this isn't going to be a traditional vlog, if you will. We got a few things going on. And I'm going to let you guys into my personal life a little bit more. So we're going to apply for some jobs, of course. Today we're going to talk about Jobright, which is an AI-based platform. I'll show you guys the layout of it, what type of positions are on there, what it's good for, and you can decide for yourself whether or not it's something that you want to try as well. And then later tonight, we have a little celebration dinner for my mom, actually. She just got a promotion. And since it's job related, I'm going to take you guys with me, right? And yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully it can inspire someone else to start their creative journey, their professional journey, whatever that may be, all right? So thanks again for watching. Let's get applying to some jobs. All right, so day 4, job searching. When I get into job search mode, I like to put on some music. You know, personally, I like some R&B. We got some Sam Smith, some Loyiso. I don't even know if this is how you say it. Loyiso? Joyiso? Somebody tell me in the comments how you say this guy's name. I don't know how, but I love his music, man. It's very soulful. Giveon. If you don't know who Giveon is, what are you doing? All right, Friday. He's a newer up-and-coming guy, but he's done quite a few songs with Meek Mill. He did one with Drake. And most of these other people I don't know, I've never heard of, right? So love listening to new music, get the vibes going. I can't play this into the video, of course, for copyright reasons, but if you guys hear something in the background, you know why. All right, so let's get started on Jobright. Boom. The site is Jobright.AI. Okay, takes you here. You can see no more solo job hunting. Do it with AI Copilot, right? So AI is built into this very actively, right? You can see just a little preview of what it looks like here. So you upload your resume, you click start job matching, and then it makes some recommendations for you based on your skill set, your experience, okay, and your industry. Okay, all right, well, let's dive in. So you can sign in, right? You can sign in with Google, Apple, or email and password. So I'm gonna do Google. Boom. Now, based on my experience, okay, this is what it pulls up. A lot of customer support, you're gonna see that a lot because I did technical support at Zoll, right? Help desk, analyst, now we're talking. Now, I already applied for this job on LinkedIn. I recognize the logo here for Freckle. If I would have known it was here, I probably would prefer to do it here because, as you can see, only 43 applicants. So again, just like with flex jobs, right, it's going to be less saturated on this site because not as many people use it. Okay, and that's always a bonus or an advantage when you have less competition, and most likely the employer had to pay to market on this job site, and so probably going to be more of a return on your investment to apply on sites like these that are less commonly known. It's giving me an 81% match score, so good match, right? And when you hover over it, you see why. It gives you 3 scores based on experience level, skills, and industry experience. So I got 100% experience, 100% skills. My industry is only 41%, but industry doesn't really matter. If you have the skill set and the experience, you can adapt to any industry. So that's one I applied to already. I thought I saw an analyst position with this, or maybe I saved it. Let me see. Liked. Oh yeah, okay, I did. Okay. So I was saving this one for the video. All right, data analyst remote. Okay. Based in California, but it's remote. Again, only 35 applicants. All right. Okay. Now here's my score: 81%, good match, experience level 100%, skill level 100%, industry experience 55. So this isn't as major of a detail as these two are. I think these have much more value in terms of what an employer would be looking for. All right, so here you can generate a custom resume to maximize your interview chances. So let's see what happens if I click on this. Resumes are under 6.0 are likely to be filtered out. We'll help you fix it fast. Okay. So my score says 3.5. Okay. So job title, data analyst remote, and then these are my previous titles. My most recent one, Central Operations Associate and Technical Support Specialist. Education, I have a bachelor's, so I'm good there. Industry experience, service, retail, customer service. I don't know why it's not saying tech. Definitely my last two jobs were medical and tech startup. Job keywords, basic computer skills. So I don't have that listed on my resume because, well, who puts that? I mean, let's be honest. So I'm not sure how accurate I would consider this scoring system to be. I think there's room for improvement, but it's done a pretty good job of summarizing, at least extracting data from my resume. All right. Now it says if I click improve my resume for this job, okay, and you have 4 credits for the day. Let's try that and see what happens. Add missing skill keywords, okay. Work experience, quick edit, first 2 key experience, full edit, all experiences with longer processing time. So let's just try the quick edit, generate my resume. All right, here it says manual edits and section reorders available in editor. So you can actually edit the mock-up that it makes for you. And it says it was able to get me closer to a 7.0 scoring. Okay, so updating my summary. Okay, and added basic computer skills to my skills level on my skill list. So I'm not mad at the changes, although I'm not sure I really see any changes. This looks pretty much like what I already had. All right, so I'm going to use this to apply. But you know what, before I did that, I kind of wanted to review more of the actual job page. So I got ahead of myself. So we'll come back to this. Okay. So here we see location, part-time or full-time, whether you're a match. Okay. Now this company, insider connection. All right, so you get email credits. 1 credit is only consumed upon successfully retrieving an email contact. Okay. So you can reach out to them personally. What is this? Build your network, be on your network, find more connections from your previous company, from your school. Okay, so it looks like it's able to link previous coworkers that may be working here and previous classmates or alumni that may be working here. And then you can paste LinkedIn profiles to find that person's work email as well. Wow. I mean, that's pretty intense, right? You get a lot of different tools here. AI is here. No question about that. So responsibilities. Support day-to-day operations and team functions. Pretty basic. Maintain accuracy and attention to detail in assigned tasks. Also pretty basic. Communicate effectively with team members. Right. So these are all very basic responsibilities. There isn't really anything that's I would say unique about this listing. Qualifications, basic computer skills, communication. Right. Again, all pretty basic. High school diploma or equivalent, college degree or plus. Okay. So I would say that my interest level in this position is mid, only because of the pay level, right? It's 30 to 40 an hour. Obviously, I'm aiming for 40. I think I'm more than qualified for this position. And, okay, company is founded in Birmingham. GB, what is GB? Okay, early stage. So this is a tech startup. Okay, so that says a lot. All right, that explains why the pay may be so high for such a basic position. Completely satisfied. Oh, it's a UK-based company. Okay, I click on that. It says not secure. Okay, so maybe this is a scam, which would be not necessarily surprising. I'm gonna search the company name on Google. Definitely always want to watch out for scams. Okay, so this is a red flag here. On LinkedIn, they only have 10 followers, right? Or 10 plus followers. That's a huge red flag. Then you have this here. I mean, this is like another language. Yeah, all right. Okay. So if we hit the apply, I'm just curious to see what happens. I don't know what this is. All right. Yeah, so let's look for something else. I'm going to unlike this if I can. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to edit my filters and remove customer support, inventory manager. So we're going to go with Power BI developer, junior developer, ETL, React. What about associate developer? No, don't see that. What if I just put developer? Different types of developers. Let me turn that music down so I don't get copywritten. All right. Analyst. Risk credit. Healthcare data analyst falls under my purview because I worked in healthcare. Finance. All right, let's go with that. Oh, I didn't even have full time. See, gotta check your filters. Full time and contract is cool. Definitely want remote. And it doesn't have to be in the US for me. I'm open to anything. You know. Got entry. Not gonna do that. Entry to mid, I would say, given my experience level in the data field, which is pretty much zero at this point. Just self-study. Well, I wouldn't say in the data field, but as a titled analyst, I don't have any analyst roles on my resume. I do have positions that dealt in analytics and data. I want to go with past week because, if it's been there for a month, chances are it's probably still a scam or the post isn't being monitored. Let's say minimum is 60. just to give it a range. Don't need a sponsorship. And then you can mark your areas of interest as well. I'm okay with all of those. ERP, Power BI, SQL. Man, there's just so many. Okay. Oh. It doesn't have to have that skill. But I would prefer Power BI. Let's see what happens if we click that. Well, alright. We're going to keep it broad for the time being. So let's just go with those. Update. Alright, here we go. Now we're talking. So, I'm looking at anything above 50%. So start with this. Be an early applicant. Less than 25 applicants. That's always a great advantage. So let's look at experience. Is actually 80%. Wow. Okay. Highest industry experience score I've gotten. Skill 77. Experience level 81. So that average out to... How did that average out to 73? This should be an average of like 79. 78, 79%. Okay. So Sanford Health is one of the largest and fastest growing not-for-profit health systems in the U.S. A business analyst will manage. Click on that. Will manage business requirements for projects, work independently, and collaborate with stakeholders to analyze objectives and facilitate prioritization. This role also involves investigating business needs and ensuring requirements align with business objectives. Okay. I'm not mad at it. Responsibilities. So I'm starting to think that maybe these are all startups or tech companies. This says late stage funding, right? So anytime you see funding, that's a startup term. Late stage means it's been around for a while. Okay. Website looks official. So find care. All right. So it's like a provider search engine. That's what it appears to be. So yeah, this is right up my alley. Right up my alley. All right. So if I click generate custom resume, I'm at a 4.5. All right, improve my resume for this job. We'll use one more credit. Or wait, let me go back. Is this not even using my most updated resume? This isn't. Okay, let me import my most updated resume. My apologies, guys. Let me like this so I don't lose it. Boom. Boom. Improve my resume. Alright, so it's finalizing my new resume. It says it was able to get me up to an 8. Okay, so I'm really not seeing too much of a difference here. So I did update the professional summary a little bit. Alright, so let's apply. Okay, wasn't expecting that. Oh, what is this about? So benefits, 401k is always an important aspect. You guys want to make sure that you're, again, I'm not a finance professional. Let me disclaim that right now. But investing in your future is extremely important. One of the things that I did during my portfolio project preparation was I researched a current trend called the silver tsunami. And basically, the end result of what's going to occur in the next 10 years, like when you retire, you have your retirement income from the government, which is your Social Security. And then you have your 401k or any savings that you may have invested in. Aside from that, okay, well, Social Security is not going to be what it was. Okay, at this point, that fund is running out of money. So you got to have an alternative source of income and savings for yourself when you retire. Something important to think about. All right, so I got to download this resume. So what I realized is that once it produces the changes, you didn't have to download the resume. But you know what? Looking at this, it removed my certifications. All right, so I have professional certifications that are usually after the education section, and I don't see those now. So let me double check here. All right, so just sent the application in. Got this email from Sanford Health. Dear Sean, thank you for your interest in our organization and investing time to submit your resume for the business analyst health plan position. Our recruiting team is currently reviewing resumes and will contact you if we find that your skills and qualifications are a good match for this position. Alright, it's my mom, y'all. First thing is that we got a call from a recruiter. Job board. I had never heard of this site before in my life. Salary wise, like the average salary has been much higher than what I've been seeing in positions on like LinkedIn. And so there may not even be a human being that's reviewing your application to tell you whether or not